going to face the east. We're going to go up to prayers.
So like brothers can put their phone on silent.
We're going to begin with the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew tongue. I said brothers can repeat after me. Then we'll go into the English. Then we'll go into the curses in the Hebrew. We'll say it in the English. We'll do the blessings in the Hebrew. We'll say it in the English. We'll do the Shema in the Hebrew. We'll say it in the English. We'll do the Psalm chapter 92 and we'll get into the lesson. God. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Wadash, Haya, Shamka, Yahweh, Wafka, Ratazaka, Haya, Aisha, Ratiza, Haya, Bashamayim, Manawa, Come, Aliyawam, Wasalak Nawa, Wap Nawa, Hasalak Nawa, Wap Nawa, Wala'a, Nabi Nawa, Anasayawa, Abo, Washinawa, Ayan, Rai, Hamalakwa, Allah,
After this manner, therefore, pray ye, Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not to temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. By Hashem HaMashiach.
The curses in the Hebrew tongue.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahushua.
Barakatah Yahushua.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahushua.
Barakatah Yahushua.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahushua.
Barakatah Yahushua.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bahashem. Yahushua.
Yahushua.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Bayam.
Wa.
Hainash.
Hainash.
Wa.
Wa.
Harag. Wa. Mishpat. Wa. Kedor. Wa. Al. Kor. Adwan. Wa. What? Ayab, you know. Baba Gashal. Baba Gashal. Shalom. Ash. Shim. Ayab. Baba Gashal. Shabar. What? Abad. Ayab, you know. Baba Gashal. Shabar. Ha. Kai. Shor. Ha. Ayab. Baba Gashal. Sword. Ma. The water.
Bless you, Yahweh. Bless you, Yahweh Shah. Bless you, Yahweh. Bless you, Yahweh Shah. Bless you, Yahweh. Bless you, Yahweh Shah. Send evil and punishments and killings and judgment and great death upon all Edomites and nations and our enemies. Please send fire in their house. Please break and destroy our enemies. Please break the jaw of the enemy. Please turn their joy rejoicing into mourning. Thank you. Amen. By Hashem HaMashiach Yahushua.
By Hashem HaMashiach Yahushua.
The blessings in the Lashon Kodash.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahushua.
Barakatah Yahushua.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahushua.
Barakatah Yahushua.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahushua.
Barakatah Yahushua.
Yahweh.
Bahashem.
Yahushua.
Yahushua.
Shalom. Ali. Ha. What? Yahushua. Love. Maskah. Dash. Perkins. What? Robbie. Amawani. What? Robbie. Zaki. What? Robbie. Ahabi. What? Robbie. Pai. What? Robbie. Zalak. What? That's Zalak. Ayam. Cool. Ayam. Bab Gashal. Yeah. How? Yahusha.
Yahusha.
The water.
The water.
The water.
The water.
The water.
The water.
Bless you, Yahweh. Bless you, Yahushua. Bless you, Yahweh. Bless you, Yahushua. Bless you, Yahweh. Bless you, Yahushua. Yahweh, coming in the name of Yahushua, send upon to me the spirit of Yahushua, the word of truth, and the holy books, and more faith to me, and more strength to me, and more love to me, and more healing to me, and more forgiveness to me, and deliver me from all evils. Please, 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 Yahweh, coming in the name of Yahushua. Thank you, amen. By Shema Mashiach Yahushua.
The salute in the Lashon Kodash.
La Alanawa.
Alanawa.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Hashem.
Hashem.
Yahusha.
Yahusha.
La Alanawa.
Alanawa.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Shaka.
Dan.
Shabbat.
Shabbat.
Barawat.
Barawat.
Adon.
Adon.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Hashem.
Hashem.
Yahusha.
Yahusha.
Allah Hayanawa.
Hayanawa.
Yashur Allah.
Yashur Allah.
Abba Yanawa.
Abba Yanawa.
I will love.
Hallelujah.
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 Hashem.
Hashem.
Mashiach.
Mashiach. Wamallah. Yahusha.
Yahusha.
Kwam Yasha.
Kwam Yasha.
Not unto us, Yahweh, coming in the name of Yahushua, not unto us, but to your name give glory. Blessed be you, Yahweh, coming in the name of Yahushua, our power. God of Israel, our Father forever and until forever, by Shema Mashiach Yahushua.
By Shema Mashiach Yahushua.
The Shema in the Hebrew tongue. Shemai. Yasha Allah.
Yasha Allah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Allah Hayanawa.
Allah Hayanawa.
Shemai. Yasha Allah.
Yasha Allah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Allah Hayanawa.
Allah Hayanawa.
Allah.
Yasha Allah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Allah Hayanawa.
Allah Hayanawa.
Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord, by Shema Mashiach Yahushua.
By Shema Mashiach Yahushua.
Psalms 92. It is a good thing to give thanks unto the Lord and to sing praise unto thy name, O Most High, to show forth thy loving kindness in the morning and thy faithfulness every night, upon the instrument of 10 strings, and upon the psaltery, upon the harp with a solemn sound. For thou, Lord, hast made me glad through thy works. I will triumph in the works of thy hands. O Lord, how great are thy works, and thy thoughts are very deep. A brutish man knoweth not, neither do a fool understand this. When the wicked spring as the grass, and when all the workers of iniquity do flourish, it is that they shall be destroyed forever. But thou, Lord, art most high forevermore. For lo, thy enemies, O Lord, for lo, thy enemies shall perish. All the workers of iniquity shall be scattered. When my horn shall thou exalt like the horn of a unicorn. I shall be anointed with fresh oil. My eyes shall also see my desire of my enemies, and my ears shall hear my desire of the wicked that rise up against me. The righteous shall flourish like the palm tree. He shall grow like a cedar in Lebanon. Those that be planted in the house of the Lord shall flourish in the courts of our God. They shall still bring forth fruit in old age. They shall be fat and flourishing to show that the Lord is upright. He is my rock, and there is no unrighteousness in him. By Shema Mashiach Yahushua.
By Shema Mashiach Yahushua.
your Charlotte.
Come here, 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 Charlotte.
Keep sweating.
Extra chills. Go by the corner. Y'all one right here.
One more in front. One right here.
There's one more right here. One more right here.
I don't know who set this up.
Especially when I try to hit that.
Keep it open for now. We can do it.
Huh? Yeah, man.
Yeah, we're gonna get on that brother. Man. He's not coming out. Get on it, man.
So the topic for today's lesson is get your household in order. Well, how do you get your household in order?
Yo, do I come later, right? Yeah. He gonna be at the camp? Do I? Okay, come.
Can't score fast. I scoffed at it because I'll never do that again.
Oh, no, I'm good. Oh, he got one.
Shema, Shema, Shema. We're about to get right into it. So the topic of the lesson is getting your house in order. Right? So whenever you get that, you want to start. All right, Shalom, Mizra, Shalom, classroom, Shalom. Shalom. All right, Shabbat, Shalom. Kwam Yashalom.
Kwam Yashalom.
All praise to the Most High for another beautiful Sabbath. Giving all honor and glory to Yahweh, Shema, Mashiach, Malak, Yahushua. Double honors to the elect elders of the house of David that's been in this truth before us for decades and decades, patiently waiting for the second coming of Yahushua. A hearty shalom to all of you brothers, man, and all of the men of the Lord that go out on the highways and byways, that do the work of the Most High, presenting your body as a living sacrifice, enduring all things for your elect's sake, and pushing this truth and magnifying the ministry. Shalom to those men. Shalom to the men that may not be out there on the highways and byways as of yet, but they're working on it, getting built up in the spirit, they're praying, studying, fasting, getting the households in order, and keeping the commandments. Shalom to all of the sisters as well who hold it down as helpmeets, reverent to their husbands, submissive, reverent to the men as the men of the Lord, keeping the commandments and moving in the spirit of our righteous foremothers. To the young children in the classroom, shalom, young children watching online, elders and ancient men, shalom, shalom.
Shalom. All praises to the Most High for another Sabbath, another day of repentance, getting yourselves in order, getting your house in order, as the title of this live stream. As we always do, we're going to go to Acts 18 and verse 4.
Acts
chapter 18 and verse 4. And he reasoned in the synagogue every Sabbath and persuaded the Jews and the Greeks.
Right, so this is another Sabbath service to persuade Israel, who knows that they're Israel, to continue in the law, statutes, and commandments, the faith, the brotherly love, the charity, all things to magnify the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahshua. And to those who just finding out that they're Israel, right, because people waking up at a rapid rate in these last days, right, to come back to keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, right, find out what it truly means to be an Israelite, right, not outwardly just wearing fringes, but inwardly as well. Right, reproving yourself, getting yourself in order, right? And the only way we can do that is through Philippians.
Philippians chapter 4 and verse 13. I can do all things through Hamashiach, which strengtheneth me.
Right, through the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, you're able to kill that old man daily, right? Repent daily, right? Get yourself in order more, right? That's the most important thing that Israelite men, women, and children need to be doing. Is getting themselves in order, getting their houses in order, taking the time and evaluating yourself. Because the Lord is snatching candlesticks left and right. Right? He's making brothers laughing stocks, making brothers go back into the world. So this lesson right here is extremely important. Right? And we hold this dearly at WFI. And I'm sure all the other camps do throughout Babylon, the UK, wherever they're at, about staying in order. Right? Making sure that your house is blameless, making sure that you're not walking in the ways of Satan, but you're walking in the ways of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Come.
You can get Revelation chapter 3 and verse 2. Right, to feed off what the brother was going into.
Revelation chapter 3 and verse number 2. Be watchful.
And the Lord commanded us to be watchful, man. If brothers aren't watching, all hell was breaking loose on the four corners of the earth, man. That's how we know it's the end. You understand where we're going?
And strengtheneth the things which remain that are ready to die.
So certain things are ready to die. Maybe your prayer life, your fasting, your brotherly love. The Lord says, strengthen the things that are ready to die. Read.
For I have not found thy works perfect before Yahweh.
No, we are the elect.
For I have not found thy works perfect before
So
Yahweh.
it's always something to work on, man. Brothers got to continue to strengthen themselves up every single day in this truth. Because every single day you're ready to die. One of your members is ready to die. You know?
Remember therefore how thou hast received and heard, and hold fast and repent. If therefore thou shalt not watch, I will come on thee as a thief, and thou shalt not know what hour I will come upon thee.
Right, so brothers got to stay girded in this truth, man. Let's go to 2nd Ezra chapter 14, and let's go to verse 9. Right, 2nd Ezra chapter 14 and 9. Right, we in these last days, like the brothers going into, man, when the Most High can have all hell break loose at any second, man. And even if it doesn't break loose at any second, brothers still have to make sure that you're keeping your house in order, man. And your house is manifold, right? Give me real quick Job 11 and 6. Your house is your temple, your body. You understand? Your house is your family, your wife, your sons, your daughters, your children. Your house is your congregation, your camp. You understand? So your house works on different levels. You can't make sure that your house, in terms of your wife is being taught, or your son and daughter is in order, but you and your house is out of order, huh? You understand? Or your congregation is out of order. So you have to maintain all of these different offices in this truth. Read that real quick.
Job chapter 11 verse 6. And that he would shew thee the secrets of wisdom, that they are double to that which is.
You see that? So give me 2 Corinthians 5 and 1. Read on it more than that. Know therefore
that Yahweh exacted of thee less than thy iniquity deserving.
So before you, a lot of brothers, they have wives. You have sons, daughters, children. Some brothers have multiple wives. Before you can actually get your wife in order, a lot of brothers ask, well, my wife is out of order, what do I do? Or how do I maintain the integrity of my house? How do I teach my son? Well, it starts with you, right? So the first step of making sure your house is in order is maintaining your house, your body, your temple, your tabernacle. You can't rule over, even Yahushua said that, man. Right? And 1 Timothy chapter 5 about you cannot rule over the church of the Most High if you can't rule over your own house, man. And if you can't rule over yourself, you can't rule over your house either, man. So read that in 2 Corinthians 5 and 1.
2 Corinthians chapter 5 and verse 1. For we know that if our earthly house of this tabernacle were dissolved, we have a building of Yahweh, and house not made with hands, eternal in the heavens.
You see that? So if this earthly house, which is this body, right? Your body's the earthly house. Every brother knows. Give me Genesis chapter 3 and give me verse 17. Right? Everybody knows that the Lord said, from where dust thou art, thus shalt thou return. That's what the Lord told Adam. Right? Give me Genesis 3 and yeah, you just jump to 19. You got 17.
Genesis chapter 3 and verse 19. In the sweat of thy face shalt thou eat bread, till thou return unto the ground.
Right.
For out of it wast thou taken.
For out of it wast thou taken.
For dust thou art.
What the Lord say?
For dust thou art.
Right?
And unto dust shalt thou return.
So your earthly body is made out of the elements of the earth. You can even look that up. Right? Your body contains minerals and elements that you can find in the soil and within the earth, which shows that the creation is accurate, even according to this man's science, man. So your body is the earthly tabernacle. Go back to 2 Corinthians 5 and 1. And it's called a tabernacle because what's the attribute of a tabernacle? By show of hands. You said what, King?
House.
It's a house, but what else?
Sanctuary.
It's a structure. Is it a permanent structure? No, you pack it up. It's here today. It's gone. So the Lord compares the life of a man to a tabernacle. You understand? Because you're here and you're gone. Right? Read it again.
2 Corinthians 5 and 1. For we know that if our earthly house of this tabernacle were dissolved,
Right?
we have a building of Yahweh,
You have a building of Yahweh.
and a house that made with hands, eternal in the heavens.
See that? So you have a spiritual body that's eternal, but this tabernacle isn't eternal. When you read Numbers, you read Exodus, they would what? Pack up the tabernacle when the cloud ascended up, and they would go. Right? And when the cloud rested, they would set up the tabernacle. Brothers understand that, right? So your body's this earthly tabernacle. This is your house. Let me get another one real quick. Go to Job 4 and 17. You have to maintain your house. Right? Your body. Meaning ruling over your spirit. Making sure you're keeping the commandments. You can't expect your wife and your sons to listen to you and respect you when you're a hypocrite, man. And you don't read, and you tell me, why don't you read? You brother, you sitting around playing, brothers might say, damn Xbox all day, man.
Video games.
Brothers might say, well, now you can't play the video. Read the Job 4 and 17.
Job chapter 4 and verse 17. Shall mortal man be more just than God?
Right?
So a man be more pure than his maker?
Right?
Behold, he put no trust in his
The
servant,
Most High put no trust in his servants.
and his angels he charged with folly.
Right?
How much less in them that dwell in houses of clay?
What's the house of clay? Your body. The Lord said, you just dwell in a house of clay. Go on.
Whose foundation is in the
Because
dust?
you were made out of the dust. Who is man? You're just clay and dust. Go on.
Which are crushed before the moth.
You get crushed, but man could die easily, man. Look, just pick you up and splatter you, man. That's what it means. You're crushed before the mark. You're here today, you're going tomorrow. So how do you maintain your house, man? Right? Go to the book of 1 Corinthians. Brothers got something. Go ahead, Ken. Go ahead. Use your precept. So with the first step of getting your house in order is making sure that you're ruling over your spirit and that you're applying the precepts before you go out and try to make sure your son and your wife and your daughter's keeping the commandments. You have to maintain your integrity. All right. You get 2 Maccabees chapter 2 verse 29. 2 Maccabees chapter 2 and verse 29.
2 Maccabees chapter 2 and verse 29. For as the master builder of a new house,
And the Lord said, a master builder of a new house, man. When you come into this truth, you got to maintain your house. You got to continue to work on it. You got old houses for foreclosure. Their windows are broken. The garage got holes in it. You understand? The glass all shattered. The billboards, they all rotten. You have to build up your house and continue to maintain it. Read on.
for as the master builder of a new house must care for the whole building.
Must what?
Must care for the whole building.
Now that means your children, you understand, your wife, yourself. You got to care about every point of your house. You can't just care about the outward, then the inward is in shambles, man.
Right.
Your doorknobs don't work. You understand? All hell breaking loose. You got a leaking faucet. It's a hole in your roof. You know?
But he that undertaketh to set it out and paint it must seek out fit things for the adorning thereof.
And you got to seek out fit things for your household. A lot of brothers, they buying a 4-bedroom house because their wife want it, man. They're sitting out there going to shopping because their wife want to do it. You got to, as a man, you got to fit the things out for your household that's going to build it up. You know?
Even so, I think it is with us to stand upon every point.
To stand upon every point in the household. Read.
And go over things at large.
The largest things of the house.
And to be curious in particulars.
And to be curious over the particulars. You got certain women, You understand? They care about the house more than men. They fixing the shade and the lamp. They putting up curtains. How much more a man on a spiritual level, man? You got to do all the adorning in your house. You know?
Belongeth to the first author of the story.
Right. Let me get one more through the Spirit. Let's go to 1 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 10.
1 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse number 10. But Yahweh has revealed them unto us by his Spirit, for the Spirit searcheth all things, yea, the deep things of
1
Yahweh.
Corinthians 3 and 10.
Slow. Chapter 3 and verse 10. According to the grace of Yahweh, which is given unto me, as a wise master builder, I have laid the foundation, and another buildeth thereon. But let every man take heed how he buildeth thereupon.
And the Lord said, let every man take heed how he's building. You could build with straw. You understand? You could build with just wood. And we got to build with the strongest of things in this thing to have a solid foundation. We don't?
Right? So, and it reads, for other foundation can no man lay than that is laid, which is Yahweh HaMashiach.
Yeah, and a lot of brothers not laying that foundation in their household with their women, man, or their children. They let them do whatever the hell they want to do. They're all out of muck. You got to have a reading schedule. Right? If your wife don't know what to do or your children don't know what to do when they get home, that's on you. Your house is in shambles, that's on you as a man. Every man should be leading his household in order. Read on.
Verse 12. Now, if any man build upon this foundation gold, silver, precious stones, wood, hay, stubble, every man's work shall be made manifest.
Right? It's going to come to light whatever you building your house on. Now, you can fame yourself to wear the fringes and whatever the case may be, but a lot of brothers in their households, they're crumbling in the last days, man. Satan is running up in households rampantly, separating everybody, man. And the strong men are going to understand that that's Satan and increase and do more building upon that foundation and come to Yahushua. The weak men and men that don't care, it's going to get split. Read on.
Every man's work shall be made manifest, for the day shall declare it, because it shall be revealed by fire, and the fire shall try every man's work of what sort it is.
Let's go to the book of yes. Let's go to 2 Kings chapter 22 and verse 5. Right? Like the brother was saying, man, you know, Jake, they worried about the 72-inch flat screen. Right? They're worried about the damn expensive carpet, right? Matching the drapes. But brother, are you fasting, brother? Right? Are you reading? Are you studying? That's what you put in your house, man. These are the tools and the devices that you put inside your body, inside of your mind, to keep yourself alive and rooted in this truth, man. You have to look at it like that, man. People like, you have interior designers, man. Right? They go out and that's their job. They go to school for that, and they sit there and they know how to damn set everything up in the house in order, man. Right? They know how to damn, you got these property builders, right? They got these TV shows while you are out, and they'll go and they'll remodel your whole house in front of you, man. And you'll come back and your house is like, damn, what is this, man? Now, they got $1 million homes. You'll leave for a week, and you'll come back and your house is damn like pimped out, man. You have to be like that on the spiritual level. Right? You have to look at these different members in your body. How you read, you're studying, do you pray, do you fast, you keeping a commandment. These are different things in your house, and you have to make sure that your house is on point, man. Bring that up.
2 Kings 22 and 5. And let them deliver it into the hand of the doers of the work.
So this is the king making sure that the actual house of the Most High is in order. Right? Go on.
That have the oversight of the house of the Lord.
They had the oversight of the house of the Lord. Meaning what? They were, in modern day terms, you got the head foreman on a construction site. Right? And he's responsible for having the blueprint and assigning the workers and allocating the workload. And he'll have guys work on the floor. He'll have guys work on the steel. He'll have guys get the bricks in order, right, to make sure the house is being done in its proper manner. Go on.
It says, and let them give it to the doers of the work, which is in the house of the Lord.
To do what?
To repair the breaches.
To do what?
To repair the breaches of the house.
What do we have to do?
To repair the breaches of the house.
And we all have breaches in our house, man.
That's right.
We all have things that we have to work on, man. Right? A breach is a fracture. And that little breach can turn into a great breach, man. If you don't fix that leak on your roof, don't be surprised when that whole roof cave in. and kill you while you sleep, man. Right? If you don't fix that hinge on your door, that whole door is going to fall apart and take part of the wall with it. Once that wall go down, that support beam go down. Once that support beam go down, that roof and that floor is done, and everybody dies in that house. So you have to make sure that you're repairing the breaches, man. You have to check if you, like, that's simple. That's a cardinal thing, man. You don't just let your house or that doorknob hang off, or you got that hole in your roof, or the damn toilet leaking, and then you wonder why the whole basement is flooded, man. All it takes is that one drop. Well, it's just one drop leaking. Like, we deal with leaks in the house. So I remember, brothers, we was talking about that, man. It start with one drop. Right, you in the bedroom, the damn ceiling leaking. I'll get it tomorrow. I'll get it next week. I'm busy. Well, what do you think is going to happen, man? It's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Then you got that nasty yellow spot in your ceiling. Then from that nasty yellow spot, it's going to turn to 3 yellow spots. Then it's going to bubble up. And then you could damn touch it, and the whole damn roof come on you, man. Brothers know about that. So all it takes is that one drop, man. If you don't check that one drop, your whole house is out of order, man. That one day you don't read, that's equivalent to that drop. That 1 week you decided not to fast, that's equivalent to that drop. That one day you decided not to check on your brother, that's equivalent to that one drop. If you don't check that drop ASAP, it's over, man. Right? Read on, King, in 2 Kings.
Verse number 6. Unto the carpenters and builders and masons, and to buy timber and hewn stone to repair the house.
To do what?
To repair the house.
So this is what you call a plan of action.
Right.
Right? When you see something happening in your house, a breach, you have to formulate a plan. Right? You have to, if I have a leak in my house, I'm like, okay, well look, if I go to Walmart, should I go to Lowe's? I'm looking up damn plaster. I may hire somebody. I may get the brothers. We're going to try to get this done. You have to come up with a plan of action once you analyze the breach in your house. And you got to look for the breach, man. Right? Don't let the breach just come upon you. You understand? And they have something called preventative maintenance. What's preventative maintenance by show of hands?
Taking care of it before it becomes a problem.
There you go. Taking care of it before it becomes a problem, man. That's what brothers have to do in this truth, man. That links up with Revelation 3 and 2 with the brother kicked off the lesson with. Preventative maintenance is checking that problem before it becomes a problem, man. Tighten up those loose screws if you can understand. Taking that Allen wrench every now and then and checking on them hinges, man. Right? Making sure that casing in your window is on point so it don't fall when you go damn open up the window, man. You have to have preventative maintenance on your body in this truth, man. And you have to look for the things within your body and examine yourself and see what has holes, where the loose screws are, and tighten it before it becomes a problem. And this king, he did what? Read verse 6 again, King Salaki.
Verse 6. Unto carpenters and builders.
So he hired men. He had a plan of action. He hired carpenters and builders
and masons.
Men that dealt with stonework.
And to buy timber.
And
hewn stone to repair the house.
Now, what do you have to buy to repair your house? Real quick, let me get a quick precept. Go to Isaiah 55 and 1, man. Right? What do you have to buy to repair your house? You got to buy the same thing, man. Right? That hole in your roof, you got to go buy that plaster. You got to hire a handyman. You got to make things happen. You have to get this house in order, man. And it starts with you as an individual. Because like I said, you have other members within your house that will not take correction, and they won't be formulated in order until you get yourself in order. I would be a fool to go and try to flip houses. You understand? Let's say I buy a house for $1,000 and I want to make 10 grand off of it. But I go back inside my house and my rent isn't paid, my bills ain't paid, the damn roof collapsing, but I want to go buy all these other houses and flip them. What do you think is going to happen, man? I'm going to lose my house and the houses I buy. That's financial. That's the economy. That's worldly understanding. So what do you think happens if you try to gain people to your life? You try to get wives, right? Having sons, having daughters. You're going to destroy them, man. You're going to destroy yourself and the people under you, man. So read that real quick, Isaiah 55 and 1.
Isaiah chapter 55 and verse number 1. Ho, everyone that thirsteth, come ye to the waters, and he that hath no money, come ye, buy and eat.
What the Lord say?
Come ye, buy and eat.
So now you got to buy, meaning acquire, gain. right? You have to gain the understanding and gain these tools to build up that breach in your house, man. Right? Let's say your breach in your house is you never fast. What do you have to buy? You have to get these precepts. You might have to hit up a brother, hey, Ak, look, can you give me some precepts on fasting? Can you counsel me so-and-so? Or you might call the brother, or you might pray. That's you buying. Then you'll get them precepts, Matthew 6:16, Psalms 35, Psalms 109, and you apply those breaches, and you heal up that gap in your house. Come? Read on.
Yea, come buy wine and milk.
And we know that's the word. That's not carnal, right? That's the word of the Most High. Read on.
Without money and without price.
Read.
Wherefore do you spend money for that which is not bread?
Here you have a whole leak in your house, and you busy spending money on the latest video game. Right? Or you're spending money on a new jacket or a new car. You're getting that new $50 haircut they're charging you for, right? And them new Jordans. But how are you doing that when your house is out of order? So that's what the Lord is saying. On a spiritual level, our people go into other doctrines and philosophies and religions, and it doesn't profit you, man. Instead of buying and acquiring the word of the Most High to heal you. Read on.
For your labor, and your labor
for
that which satisfieth not.
Yeah, you sitting there working on that antique car in your garage, man. And your damn windows are broke. You understand? And there's no front door in your house, but you want to labor in things that's not going to profit you. You're sitting there in that nasty, glass bottle, making a damn shit, man, with tweezers in the middle of the night, man. And your roof is collapsing, man. And you taking the tweezers and making sure that the damn boat is intact, man. Like a creep. Read on.
Hearken diligently unto me.
What the Lord say?
Hearken diligently unto me.
Right?
And eat ye that which is good, and let your soul delight itself in that.
Let's go to Sirach 27:3.
Sirach.
This is one of my favorite precepts, man. This precept right here is what brothers should read with household every day, man. Meditate on this constantly, man. Right? This is key.
Sirach 27:3. Unless a man hold himself diligently in the fear of the Lord.
Unless you hold yourself diligently in the fear of the Lord. Like these brothers were going into your house. Right? If you know your house is leaning, and you're like, man, I'm going to just put it off. I ain't going to worry about it. It's going to collapse, man. Unless you hold yourself diligently in the fear of the Lord. What's that? The judgments that come from breaking the law, statutes, and commandments. Not walking in the ordinances of the Lord. Right? Being a part-time Israelite. Only on Saturdays you going hard, but the rest of the week you out partying. Doing, Lord knows what's going to happen.
His house shall soon be overthrown.
What's going to happen?
His house shall soon be overthrown.
So examine why your house is falling apart, right? Examine why all hell is breaking loose every time you step forth in your house, man. It's not because your wife is just wicked, not because she won't listen, right? It's you, brother. You the head of that household, man. Go to Sirach 33 and start at verse 15.
Sirach chapter 33 and verse number 15.
Right.
So look upon all the works of the Most High.
Look upon the works of the Most High, man. Right, the sun comes up, right, the grass grows, right, the flowers come out, it rains, right, they get nourished, right?
And there are two and two, one against another.
Right, one thing happens, so another thing can happen, man. Right, it's like a seesaw. One person goes down, the other goes up. Right, the works of the Most High are perfect.
I awake up last of all, as one that gathered after the grape gatherers.
Right.
By the blessing of the Lord, I profited and filled my winepress like a gatherer of grapes.
Right, so you got to fill your winepress like the gatherer of grapes. And who are those who are going to benefit from you gathering those grapes? Your household. Right, you got to subdue the things that you like to do to make sure that your house is in order. First and foremost, you got to, it's like a store in your house. You're the official, what's the person who's in charge of the whole thing? The district manager. Right? You're the district manager of your house. Right? And your wife, she's the manager of the house. Right? She's that store manager. So you have to make sure your wife is in order. Go to 1 Peter 3 and 7. Right? That's what brothers neglect to do. Right? They want to get a wife, and then they just say, look, I'm married now. And then leave her the hell alone. No, you have to build up your wife. Your wife is an extension of you. Right? When you're not around, right, they're going to be like, yep, that's that brother's wife. She knows she's going to conduct herself in order. And how do you do that? By conducting yourself in order, right? This patience and working of the Most High, it takes time, man. It takes time to get yourself in order, man. You don't wake up and you righteous. You got to read. You got to get counsel. You got to talk to brothers. You got to examine the way brothers are running their house, right? Because did you have to examine brothers how to be an Israelite?
Yeah.
Did you have to examine brothers? You have to examine brothers how to walk in the faith. We had elders that we could look at, right? This is a representation of how I want my household to be. There's nothing wrong with looking at brothers and say, this brother's household is in order, right? But you don't want to idolize brothers. But you got to find out a way that you can build your wife up, man. Right? Brothers neglect their wives, man. Let's bring that up, King.
1 Peter 3:7. Likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge.
You got to dwell with your wife according to knowledge. What does that mean? She's not going to nobody else asking questions. Or she better not be. She got to come to you. And if you're not equipped to answer those questions, now it's time for you to put your nose in this book. It's time for you to go harder, right? Because your wife is going to lean to her own understanding if you're not setting that foundation. Like the Old Testament only Israelites. They say, oh, well, the New Testament don't make sense. It's because you don't have a solid foundation to understand what's written aforetime for your learning. Same thing with your wife. If you don't have that foundation, she's going to be like a boat in a rocky sea. She's going to be left and right. She's going to be looking at different books. And who does that ultimately fall on? It falls on you, men. Right? Being a man in this truth is very important and it's pivotal for the building of our nation. We got to raise the children up right. Right? You're an example. Right? You don't want your son seeing you just hooping and smoking. You want your son to see you outside on the highways and byways edifying the people. There's no other place that your child should see you at. Right? He shouldn't see you, where do people be going with their kids? The movies at the strip clubs.
You gotta sit in the car while you at the casino all day.
Right, you go see your side piece house and they in the car for 30 minutes,
Right.
come back sweating.
Right.
No, man, we're not doing that. We setting this stuff up in order. We showing the fruits of the Spirit, and our seeds are gonna bear and flourish from the fruits of the Spirit. Right, so dwell with your wife according to knowledge.
Giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel.
Right, giving honor to your wife. That doesn't mean bowing down to her with roses and flowers every day. That means understanding that she's not going to be on the same level as you. That means understanding that she's going to move in the same spirit that you're going to move in. Honoring your wife. Y'all are one flesh. Right? Don't be sitting there talking about your wife is wicked, but then you're the most righteous man to ever walk the earth. Right? One against another. Something ain't adding up. Every time a brother say, there's something going on in my household, I always say, well, brother, what the hell are you doing? What are you doing, brother? And they be like, oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Hey, now it's time to look in the mirror and see exactly what you're doing. Because she's going to follow suit with you. This goes into getting your house in order, right? Being able to look in the mirror and know your shortcomings. Because every brother in here has shortcomings. You'll be a liar to say you don't. Right? We all got shortcomings. We talk about it all the time. But you have to be able to get your shortcomings in order so you can dwell with your wife and understand it. And give her that honor so she can be built up. Because you're not laboring just for yourself. You laboring so your whole family can be saved, like it says in Acts. Right? You and your family is saved this day. So that's why you're out here doing this work. That's why you're out here reading. That's why you're out here doing these counsels. That's why you're out here putting your life on the line for Yahweh Shai, so we can reap the benefits of being the first fruit of the kingdom. Right?
I got
a piece of butter.
Right. This the book, right? 2nd Ezra, chapter 7, and verse number 43. It says, but the day of doom shall be the end of this time, and the beginning of immortality for to come, wherein corruption is past. Right? So all brothers and sisters and children should know that we live in the last days. Right? That time of destruction, man, is coming up. Right? You seeing the famines, right? The rumors of wars, man. And the Lord said the beginning of immortality is coming. Right? Hey, meaning what? Hey, you should be getting your household in order, man. Hey, purging out all the old ways, right? The sins, right? And all the wickedness that you did in your past life, man. Right? Right? Going out to clubs, right? Partying, right? Hating your brother, man. Right? Being a drunken man, a extorter, a liar, man. Right? It says intemperance is at an end. Infidelity is cut off, man. Right? Hey, you got a lot of brothers, man. Hey, wearing fringes, right? With beards, right? Giving a strong shalom, man, but still being intemperance and still being infidels in their own households, man. Right? The Lord said, that time, now is now a time to be passed away, man. Right? Now is not the time to be sitting around and being lazy, man. Not reading, not studying, man. Right? not having counseling and breakdown with your household, man. Right? You're really kind of going out and working, man, but you kind of sitting at home, cracking your toes, man, eating up all the snacks, man, and chilling, man. Right? It says righteousness is grown and truth is sprung up. It says, then shall no man be able to save him that is destroyed, nor to oppress him that had gotten the victory, man. Right? So the Lord is coming to destroy those whose households it is not in order, man. Who's been niggas, infidels, man. Right? And to come to save those, right, who's rehearsing the righteous acts, right, with their households, to the best of their ability, man. And keeping all things decently and in order. Right? One more. Right? Luke. Okay. St. Luke, chapter 14, and verse number 28.
St. Luke chapter 14 and 28. For which of you intending to build a tower?
What the Lord said?
For which of you intending to build a tower?
Right, and right now, brothers are building up the Lord's house, man. The Lord's tower, man. Right, as well as you have the house, you have your own tower with your own household, man. Right, but between you, right, the man, right, the woman, your wives, your children, man. Right, read on.
For which of you intending to build a tower sitteth not down first and counteth the cost?
Right, and nobody sits down and say, hey, you know what? Hey, I'm gonna just wake up today, right? I'm gonna build a house, man, right? You know, and hey, I'm gonna just get anything, man, right? I'm gonna take some leaves, right? Some sticks, and then hey, I'm gonna build a glorious house, man. Hey, you take the time to make sure your foundation is set up all right, man. Hey, you take the time to see where your weaknesses is, right? Your flaws is. Right? Where can you get breached, attack that, man? And you gotta actually count the cost, man. And it's true, man. Right? It's more than just wearing fringes, right? And saying shalom, man. And you gotta have, right, count every cost, right, and matter, man. Right? Whether that's sacrificing, right, 1 hour to get up and study, man. Right? Or sacrificing, right, an extra hour and a half, man. Right? Of sleep, man. Right? Whether it's getting up before work, right, or you staying up an extra hour to read, to study, do a video to edify, man, right, prior to going to sleep, man. Hey, you got brothers who stay up, man, all night, right, kind of got to get on them, man, right, stop drinking, drinks, man, right, brother, get some rest, man, because brothers are counting the cost, right, to make sure, to make the call and election short, man, right, that's the same way that we must be, right, read on.
And counteth the cost,
right,
whether he has sufficient to finish it.
Right, and you gotta count and make sure, right, that you are sufficient to finish a building at this house, man. Right, because you can't be worried about, right, well, I gotta get the siding done, all day, man. But you're not counting about, the gutters getting rotted away, man. Right, and you got mold and mildew, man. And you gotta count the cost and make sure that everything is going to be sufficient, man. Right, and making sure, like brothers brought up, right, there's no weak spots, right, or areas, man. Right, and making sure you building up your house, right, with the best quality of materials, man, that you can. Right, with that, this is what I got you.
Come on, I got people. Right, you get 1 Esdras chapter 2 and verse 28, brother, sir. All right, 1 Esdras chapter 2 and verse 28. And what's another way your house could fall? Anybody?
Weak foundation.
You said what?
Weak foundation.
That's a good one. You about to go into this. Bring it over.
Come, 1 Esdras chapter 2 and verse number 28. Now therefore I have commanded to hinder those men from building the city.
Other people could come inside and hinder the building. You got murmurings, disputations. Don't be telling everybody your business, man. Everybody should know what's going on. You sitting up, you telling her, and she done told her. Next thing you know, everybody giggling when you walk in the damn room, man. Everybody pointing, giving false counsel, giving false direction, man. Read that again, King.
1 Esdras 2 and 28. Now
and a lot of people, they're vulnerable, man. So they think it's counsel, but they really just pouring out their heart. Because they want somebody to pat them on their back. They want to feel better. They want somebody to run to. Read it again.
Now therefore I have commanded to hinder those men from building the city, and take flock and heed to be taken, that there be no more done in it.
Right, you got somebody from the outside, they throwing rocks through your window, man. You sitting up there, you trying to build it, right? Somebody damn throwing rocks through your building, man. What the hell is going on? You just breached up something, you got somebody throwing a rock. They got fringes on and they waving at you while they throwing it. As soon as you turn their back, they're throwing a rock. As soon as you turn around and see what happened, they're going like this. They're the main reason why your house is falling, man. You got to be wise in who you literally get counsel from and direction. Right? Get the book of 1 Kings chapter 15 and verse 1.
1 Kings chapter 15 and verse number 1.
Right?
Now, in the 18th year of King Jeroboam, the son of Nebat, reigned Abijam over Judah. 3 years reigned he in Jerusalem, and his mother's name was Maacah, the daughter of Absalom.
Right?
And he walked in all the sins of his father.
And he did what?
And he walked in all the sins of his father.
How important is it for a father to be in the house? He walked in all the sins of his father. All his idolatry, all of his ways, every footstep. Every brother want to be just like his father, man. You see his father, he hooping. Next thing you know, he want to grab that basketball. Your father played football, you grabbing up the football, man. Your father ran track, you want to run track. You know?
Which he had done before him, and his heart was not perfect with the Lord his God, as the heart of David his father.
So your children and your wife, they look up more than you think, man, to you. You get one more precept. 1 Kings chapter 22 and verse number 42.
1 Kings chapter 22 and verse number 42.
Right?
Jehoshaphat was 35 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 25 years in Jerusalem, and his mother's name was Azubah, the daughter of Shilhi,
Right.
and he walked in all the ways of Asa, his father.
Now he's walking in all the ways of his father. You got one father, he's going the hell off. You got his son walking right behind him. And every single footstep, he's not even looking well to his goings, subconsciously because he wants to follow his father. But do you have a righteous example? Now he's following all the footsteps of his father. Read on.
He turned not aside from it.
He did what?
He turned not aside from it.
Read.
Doing that which was right in the eyes of the Lord. Nevertheless, the high places were not taken away, for the people offered and burnt incense yet in the high places.
So it's almost more work to doing this thing. So you got one man, he's going off, following his father. You got one man going righteous, following his father. We got it.
God, let's go to Sirach 30 and verse 3. Right? To let me back on what the brother brought out. Right? The son is going to follow after the father's footsteps, man. Right? You're his first role model. Right? They say a father is a daughter's first love and a son's first hero. Right? So you got to be mindful in the ways that you walk before your children. Right?
Sirach chapter 30 and verse 3. He that teaches his son grieveth the enemy, and before his friends he shall rejoice of him.
Right? So he that teacheth his son grieveth the enemy. Right? We raising up children to give the enemy hell, man.
Right.
How they giving the enemy hell? By being righteous in the sight of the Lord.
Right.
Walking in the law, statutes, and commandments, not following in the ways that are set up for them to fall. Right? Read the next verse, Brother Shaw.
Though his father died, yet he is as though he were not dead.
Right? Though the father may perish, it's going to be like, you know, you ever hear that say, man, you act just like your father. Right? They even be saying that to people who ain't never met their father. You be like, man, you act just like your dad. Like, I don't know how he act. I ain't never meet him. Right? Because the curses are rampant, man. But if you set that up, your child will not fall. Right? Go to Sirach chapter 32 and verse 20. Right? Sirach chapter 32 and verse 20.
Sirach chapter 32 and verse number 20. Go not in a way wherein thou mayest fall.
So you can't go in the way that'll cause your children to fall because you stumble. Right? You can't be walking on the path. If you got a wicked father, don't follow in the ways of your wicked father, man. That's plain as day. Right? So don't go in the way that'll cause your household to fall. Don't go in the way that'll cause your household to stumble or to look foolish before men. Right?
It says, go not in a way wherein thou mayest fall, and stumble not among the stones.
So you can't step in the way that'll cause your household to stumble, man. Because you're breaking generational curses right now. Right? You're that chosen seed through the Most High to wake up in these last days and to set things aright in your household and your seed and your lineage, man. Hundreds and thousands of years before you, people was going off, man. And the Most High allowed you to wake up to set things back in order. How glorious is that? Who would have ever thought, man? All the stuff we was doing in the world, you know, we don't need to speak about it, man. But look what the Most High did, man. He chose y'all certain brothers to wake up the nation of Israel, man. So go not in the way that cause you to fall. Stepping into different books, right? Bickering and arguing with men who don't deserve the time of day, right? Not getting your house in order, right? That's the way that's going to cause you to fall, right? You want to stand firm on this foundation like the brother was talking about. When the day of the Lord comes, your foundation going to be burnt up like hay and stubble, or you going to stand strong upon that rock which is Yahweh Shai.
All right, let's go to 1 Samuel chapter 3 and verse 11. Right? 1 Samuel chapter 3 and 11. You have countless examples about how to get your house in order, man. I mean, all throughout the Bible, man. From Genesis to Revelation. 1 Samuel 3 and 11.
1 Samuel chapter 3 and verse number 11. And now, 1 Samuel chapter 3 and verse number 11. And the Lord said to Samuel, behold, I will do a thing in Israel at which both the ears of every one that heareth it shall tingle.
Right, go on.
In that day I will perform against Eli all things which I have spoken concerning his house.
Concerning what?
Concerning his house.
What the Lord say?
Concerning his house.
Not really Eli, but his house. Because this falls on Eli, man. So the Lord will judge your entire house based off of you, man. Are you wondering why your son keep getting sick, man? Right? And why your wife is in every brother's inbox? I just have bad luck. Or a brother might say, I'm just going through the fire. Right, man? The Lord, no, brother, that's not the fire, brother. That's judgment. Right? Brothers have a hard time discerning between judgment from your wickedness and being chastised by the Lord, man. Right? Go on.
When I begin, I will also make an end.
Right?
For I have told him that I will judge his house forever.
For how long?
Forever.
Hey, the Lord can judge your house forever, man. And there's no coming back. One mistake, your house is being judged forever. That's a horrible thing, man. And your name gets blotted out. Go on.
Forever for the iniquity which he knoweth.
Because he knows. A lot of you brothers, you know your house is out of order, man. Eli knew his son shouldn't have been priests, man, when we read this account. He knew that they was taking bribes and dallying with harlots, and he left them in that office, man. He let them continually do that. He kind of told them, but he didn't go further and take other action to take him out that office, man. And he ended up blaspheming the name of the Most High. So read that again. Which he what?
Which he knoweth.
If you know that your house is out of order and you don't correct it, your house is going to be judged forever. If you know that your woman is in another man's inbox, well, I mean, you know, that's just who she is. It's innocent. Like, what do you mean, brother? It's innocent, man. It's just innocent friends. Right? She can have it. No, brother. If you know that your son is sitting around, all he does is play video games all day and he don't read, well, boys will be boys. He's 15 years old, man. Right? And your daughter's out in the streets in the middle of the night, man. She said, I'm going out with the girls. She's 15. It's 2 in the morning. And you say, well, you know, I have to let him live a little, right? Well, brother, the Most High is going to judge your house, man. You have to sit there and make sure your children are in order, make sure your wife is in order. And there should be something, and I'm going to get a precept after this, it should be a structure in your house. Nobody should be in your house not knowing what's going on. It's the Sabbath day and everybody scratched their head, well, what are we doing today? What's the plan, right? Now, everybody should know it's the Sabbath day, man. Everybody should know, hey, look, we're getting up, okay, we're praying at this time, right? They should know, okay, you know, you may come in from work and the family know, okay, look, you know, Dad, come home, look, make sure this is in order, you know, we're going to pray at this time. Everybody should know how your house is being ran, man. There should be no confusion on the schedule and the cycling, man. Even though things may happen, but everybody should know, okay, look, Dad, you know, he gets off at 5, okay, we got to get ready, you know, put the stuff up, okay, it's time to pray. Right? You know, the woman, you come in, your woman knows that, you know, you like your food prepared this way, this is done. It should be things done, set up in order, man. Right? Yeah,
So like I wanted to let me back off of that, King.
it's more than that, bro. Let me finish this real quick. Let me finish this real quick. Go on, King.
Right? Verse number 13. It says, because his sons made themselves vile.
Because his sons were off. So he got judged. Because he didn't correct his sons. Go on.
And he restrained them not.
And he didn't stop them, right? If you don't check your household will be destroyed forever. You can't let the Lord said, he that in Sirach 19 and 1 on down, He that contemneth small things shall what? Shall fall by little and by little. So if you let those small things, you don't check them, they become big things. And then it becomes so big that you're not even able to handle it anymore, man. And we say that a lot of brothers, when we have to deal with situations in the household, it could have got mitigated, right? If they just came out and said what was going on, and they handled it right there at that point. But then they let these small things become big things, and then it becomes a fire that you can't even put out. Go on.
Verse 14. And therefore I have sworn unto the house of Eli that the iniquity of Eli's house,
The sins of his house,
shall not be purged with sacrifice nor offering forever.
for what?
Forever.
For how long?
Forever.
No mercy from the Most High. No mercy, straight up, man. From the Most High, because he didn't restrain his household. He didn't get them in order. No matter how many times they prayed, how many times he fasted, you keep repenting, and your woman keeps going off, man. Right? You check it, she keeps, brother, well, that's you being judged forever, man. Because your house is out of order. I got another one real quick.
God, to let me back on what the brother was saying, can we go to the second chapter, the 33rd verse?
1 Samuel 2 and verse 33.
Read down to 35 by
Come.
myself.
And the man of thine, whom I shall not cut off from mine altar, shall be to consume thine eyes and to grieve thine heart.
Right, so it's going to be a grief of heart, man. That's blood on your hands. Right, your son's going off, that's blood on your hands, man. Right, because you knew better and you didn't do better, right?
Come. And all the increase of thine house shall die in the flower of thine age.
Right, so all your children going to die in the flower of their age. What's the flower of your age? What, 21 to what, 35, 37? At the most, you might get a LeBron, 38. Right, that's the flower of your age, right?
And this shall be a sign unto thee, that shall come upon thy two sons,
Right, upon his two sons, Eli's two sons,
on Hophni and Phinehas,
right?
and one day they shall die, both of them.
If you don't correct your children, they're going to die. They're going to die a grievous death. It might be in the sight of you, in the sight of your wife, right? Some crazy, right? A strange calamity happening to your children in the sight of you, man. You be walking and the ground open up. And then it closes up on some, I don't know, some crazy movie type stuff, man. Right? A strange calamity will fall upon your children if you don't correct them, right?
And I will raise me up a faithful priest,
Right? It's going to take from you and give it to the next man.
that shall do according to that which is in mine heart and in my mind, and I will build him a sure house, and he shall walk before mine anointed forever.
So the Lord will take from you, cast you to the dust, and give it to the next man, double until you're double. Right? So you gotta be mindful of that, just to let me back over that.
Hey, and the Lord did that to Nabal, man. The Lord killed, read 1 Samuel 25, the Lord killed Nabal, man. And had Abigail be guided by a righteous man. Right? Now, real quick, go to 2 Samuel chapter 12 and 7. Right? 2 Samuel 12 and 7. We all have to examine ourselves, man. Every day is something that has to be repaired in the house, man. Every day. Because Satan is constantly throwing damn stones, man. Like, bring that up.
2 Samuel chapter 12 and verse 7. And Nathan said to David, thou art the man.
Yeah, earlier in this chapter, David judged himself out of his own mouth with the parable of adultery. David slipped up. Like, real quick, jump up. Go real quick. Go to 2 Samuel 11 and 1. Right? We all know David committed what? Adultery. Right? 2 Samuel 11 and 1.
2 Samuel chapter 11 and verse 1. And it came to pass, after the year was expired, at the time when kings go forth to battle, that David sent Joab and his servants with him, and all Israel, and they destroyed the children of Ammon, and besieged Rabbah. But David tarried still at Jerusalem.
So David went to war too.
David tarried still at
So he
Jerusalem.
was out there with his men.
David tarried still at Jerusalem.
David tarried at Jerusalem. Hold on, his men are at war though. Even the Ark of the Covenant is out there doing the work. And he's tearing at Jerusalem. Go on.
And it came to pass in an evening tide that David arose from off his bed and walked upon the roof of the king's house. And from the roof he saw a woman washing herself. And the woman was very beautiful to look upon.
Right?
And David sent and inquired after the woman. And one said, is not this Bathsheba, the daughter of Eliam, the wife of Uriah the Hittite?
Yeah, we're about to go into this, right? The point of the matter, as we read on, all it takes is one, right? One thing, and it's over, right? David committed adultery, and we'll show you what happened, right?
And,
Right, go on.
And David
See, a
said,
lot of Jakes, you think you can just get away with something,
Right.
or it's not that bad. It's really not that bad if I just take a day off, if I don't go to camp. All right, if I don't really check my wife, nothing's really going to happen. I'll let my son just do this, and surely it'll be okay. Right, go on.
right? And David sent messengers and took her away.
And so it's lucky they check David. Hey, look, this is man's wife. And you might be getting corrected by a brother on what to do or not to do. You still go do it anyway. You know.
And she came in unto him, and he lay with her, for she was purified from her uncleanness, and she returned unto her house.
Now go to 2 Samuel 12:7. So David committed adultery, right? Imagine you at camp with all the men of the Lord, and a brother don't go to camp, and he making a move on your wife. While you out there shaking the hand, dealing with the demons, and he dealing with your woman, man. Go on.
It's like 2 Samuel 12:7.
Then you come home from camp. How was camp? Right? Did you bring it out? Right? Did anybody get edified? Then you ask, well, what was he doing? Oh, nothing. You know.
Was so-and-so at camp?
Yeah.
No, he wasn't there.
Right. She keep asking about that brother. Right? Was that brother there? Oh, okay. Then she smiled, man. Go take a shower. You know? Read on.
2 Samuel 12:7.
Right?
And Nathan said to David, Thou art the man.
Right?
Thus saith the Lord God of Israel, I anointed thee king over Israel.
And the Lord anointed us, right? Right? Every brother in this room has been chosen by the Most High to come into this truth. Right? Go on.
And I delivered thee out of the hand of Saul.
Right? The Lord even pulled you out of the world on a spiritual level. Go on.
And I gave thee thy master's house,
Right?
and thy master's wives into thy bosom,
Right?
and gave thee the house of Israel and of Judah. And if that had been too little, I would moreover have given unto thee such and such things.
You got to count the blessings that the Most High gave you, man. He pulled you out the world. Right? He gave you this understanding. Hey, we don't deserve this understanding. We don't even have to know what the fringes are about, man. Right? Or to grow your beard out. Or the dietary law. The Lord gave David everything. He said, hey, I would have gave you more, man. And David already had everything. Right? I would have gave you such and such things. Go on.
Wherefore hast thou despised the commandment of the Lord to do evil in his sight? Thou hast killed Uriah the Hittite with the sword, and hast taken his wife to be thy wife, and hast slain him with the sword of the children of Ammon.
So what's going to happen when you go off after the Most High anoints you and gives you everything?
Now therefore the sword shall never depart from thy house.
What the Lord say?
The sword shall never depart from thy house.
Read that again.
The sword shall never depart from thy house.
Read.
Because thou hast despised me, and hast taken the wife of Uriah the Hittite to be thy wife.
Read on.
Thus saith the Lord, Behold, I will raise up evil against thee out of thine own house.
The Lord can raise up evil out of your own house. Now your woman is actually committing adultery with another man. Because your house is out of order. Right? And now your son, he's thinking about dealing with another man, huh? In front of your face. And your daughter's out playing a whore in the field, man, in the streets. That's Amos the second. We're going to hold that. I'm going to get one more real quick. Go on.
And I will take thy wives.
I would take your wives.
Before thine eyes.
Right?
And give them unto thy neighbor.
And do what?
And give them unto thy neighbor.
And what else is going to happen?
And he shall lie with thy wives in the sight of his son.
Right. We know what that's equivalent to now. Public broadcast. Your wife committed adultery with another man. Rooftop. Video. Social media. Instagram. That's equivalent now. So everybody knows about it. Right? And that, like the brother said, you walk in the room, everybody's pointing at you. Laughing, man. You know? So the Lord can have your wife in the sight of the sun. right? It could be a feast day like this, and the Lord put a spirit on your wife right now to get up and start doing something real wicked and profane. And you try to check her and correct her, but no, she keeps going and going and going. Now we're going to look, well, brother, what are you doing, brother? She in this brother's face, oh, Amos. She just gets up out of nowhere, oh, Amos. That's off, man. And then you like, hold on. You know, you try to get get your kitty wife. Hey, hold on. Hey, get it. No, she don't want to be held back. And this is the sight of the sun, man. Hey, stuff can get out of control, man. And if you don't get your house in order, things can get bad. Absalom, his own son, lay with his wives, man. On a tent roof in front of everybody, man. How wicked is that? Embarrassing. And the Lord will embarrass you. Like, no, hey, if anybody knows how to embarrass you, it's the Most High. And the Most High will put you on blast, man. Read on.
Verse 12. For thou didst it secretly.
You got secret sins, man. And you got things that you don't want to put out on the forefront. And the Lord will put you on blast. If you got sins in your household in secret, and you letting things go by, and you're trying to hide it from the men, or hide it ultimately from the Most High, you got these secret thoughts. What's going to happen? And you know you got secret things. Go on.
But I will do this thing before all Israel.
And what?
And before the sun.
And what?
And before the sun.
Get your house in order now, before the Most High put you on blast in front of all Israel. Go to Amos, the 7th chapter real quick. You start at 15. Yep.
The book of Amos.
Start at 12.
Amos chapter 7 and verse number 12. Also Amaziah said unto Amos, O thou seer, go, flee thee away into the land of Judah, and there eat bread and prophesy there.
Amos was sent out to correct the king, right? So that the priest came out and said, I don't want no correction, right? Don't bring up the word over here. A lot of brothers don't want correction. They don't want to receive the word into their life. They don't want to read. They don't want to study. They don't want to teach their wives. They don't want to teach their sons. It's all about them, right? Go on. 13.
It reads, but prophesy not again any more at Bethel, for it is the king's chapel, and it is the king's court.
Go on.
Then answered Amos and said to Amaziah, I was no prophet, neither was I a prophet's son, but I was an herdman and a gatherer of sycamore fruit.
Right.
And the flock, and the Lord took me as I followed the flock, and the Lord said unto me, go prophesy unto my people Israel.
He said, look, I'm not really a prophet, man, but the Lord raised me up, and this is what I have to tell you. Go on.
Now, therefore, hear thou the word of the Lord. Thou sayest, prophesy not against Israel.
Yeah, you telling me not to give you the word. Go on.
And drop not thy word against the house of Isaac.
What happens if you don't want the word of the Most High in your house? If you don't want to take correction or get your house in order? Go on.
Therefore, thus saith the Lord, thy wife shall be an harlot in the city.
What the Lord say?
Thy wife shall be a harlot in the
You
city.
see that? And the Lord will make your wife a harlot in the city, man. Everybody knows her. Right? She's in everybody's inbox now. You're trying to figure out what's gotten into you. You're not the same when we first met. I thought your bio said Proverbs 31 woman. And APTTMH. Right? And the tribe of Judah. I thought you told me shalom. Right? Now you're in this brother's inbox. You're in this brother's, you're sending videos to this guy. Right? All hell is breaking loose, man. Your wife is a harlot in the city because you're not taking in this word serious, man. Go on.
It says, and thy sons and thy daughters shall fall by the sword.
Now your son got hit by a stray bullet. You understand? And your daughter's going missing. You can't find your daughter. It's been 4 days you can't find her. This thing can get serious, man. Go on.
And thy land shall be divided by line.
Now you're evicted out your house. Right? You come home and the Lord put a spirit on the damn landlord to just take all your stuff out your house and say, this is over with, man. You got that nasty yellow sheet of paper, man. And you got to go to court, man, from the sheriff. And all your stuff is all outside and they done foreclosed the damn home while you was at work, man. So that's the equivalent to your land being divided by lot. Your car get repossessed. Right? You go to damn, we knew a brother like that, man. A brother, something happened to his car, man. You know, the Lord can do these things to you, man. You go park your car for work, and somebody damn steal it, man. Go on.
It says, and thou shalt die.
And what?
And thou shalt die.
The Lord can have your wife go off, your son and your daughter go off, and put you to death in the same sentence. And thou shalt die
In a polluted land.
This is the polluted land, man. Why you might not make it out of here, man, if you don't get your house in order. Read.
And Israel shall surely go into captivity forth of this land.
And that prophecy's still going to happen, man. Regardless if you want me to tell you or not, it's still going to go down, but you're going to go down with it.
You give me the book of 1 Kings, chapter 14, and verse number 7. Right? Hey, so the Lord is the king of terrors, man. He'll destroy your whole household, man. And the Lord not going to feel sad either, man, when you're homeless out in the streets. Bring that up.
1 Kings chapter 14 and verse 7. Go tell Jeroboam.
Now, who is Jeroboam, man? Matter of fact, start at 1 Kings chapter 11 and get 28.
First Kings chapter 11 and verse number 28. And the man Jeroboam was a mighty man of valor.
No, he's a nigga.
A mighty man of
He
valor.
started off mighty. Brothers may start off mighty in this thing, man. Coming to the truth with zeal, understanding, going into prophecy. You're a mighty man of valor. Now you're teaching. Read.
And Solomon, seeing the young man that he was industrious, he made him ruler.
Now on the spiritual level, Solomon's Yahushua. The Lord may set you over and make you a ruler. Over a congregation. You understand? Over a camp. Read.
He made him ruler over all the charge of the house of Joseph.
Yeah, you can go back to the book of 1 Kings chapter 14 and verse number 7. So this man wasn't a nigga. He was industrious. He got things done. He was a ruler. Read.
1 Kings 14 and 7. Go tell Jeroboam, thus saith the Lord God of Israel, for as much as I exalted thee from among the people.
Now the Lord exalted you among the people, man. You was just in the ghettos, the slums. You had no understanding. The Lord made all of this zeal come out of nowhere. Now you jumping into prophecy. You didn't even know it was a book called Isaiah. Now you in Isaiah breaking down everything in Isaiah. Right. The Lord exalts you above all. Read on.
And made thee prince over my people Israel.
Right.
And rent the kingdom away from the house of David, and gave it thee, and yet thou hast not been as my servant David.
So the Lord will give you everything. Knowledge, understanding, make you repent. He set you up, but yet you're not keeping the commandments. You turn your back on the Lord. Read.
Who kept my commandments, and who followed me with all his heart, to do that only which was right in mine eyes, but had done evil above all that were before thee, for thou hast gone and made thee other gods.
And a lot of brothers, they make other gods, man. They lust after women, right? They spend all their time with TV and with brothers and all manner of foolishness and vanity, man. They make other gods over their household, man. Should be Yahabashim Yahushai and the congregation and your household, man. Nothing else. A lot of brothers, they spending money on this. They going after that. Every brother want 19 wives. 19 wives and a big fat Cadillac, man. Right? This is not our rest, man. We got to get the hell out of here, man. I want mine on the other side, Lord willing, man. I'm not looking for riches here, man. You know?
Shalak. Right? It says, but thou hast done evil above all that were before thee, for thou hast gone and made the other gods and molten images to provoke me to anger and cast me behind thy back.
What do the men do?
Cast me behind thy back.
And casting the Lord behind your back is not reading, not praying, not fasting, not getting your house in order. You casting the Lord behind your back, man. A lot of brothers, the Lord is in their rearview mirror and they're driving to another wife. They're driving to a damn car. They're driving to a household. They're driving to some riches and gods on this side, and they got the Lord in the rearview mirror. Read on.
Therefore, behold, I will bring evil upon the house of Jeroboam, and will cut off Jeroboam, him that pisseth against the wall.
So not only did he judge Jeroboam, but he's going to judge his whole household. Read on.
And him that is shut up and left in Israel, and will take away the remnant of the house of Jeroboam, as a man taketh away dung till it be all gone.
As a man taketh away dung, man. Take your children, your wife, and cast them like damn ox dung, man. Cow dung, donkey dung. That's how the Lord will get done. He'll take your household, your remnant, your children, your wife, everybody in it, under your roof, and throw them away like cow dung. Is anybody searching out the cow dung? Anybody buying goggles and searching the line and putting on a big fat coat, trying to search, where did it go, man? Hey, that thing is buried. That thing is long gone, man. That's how the Lord will get rid of your household. Read that again, Ken.
1 Kings 14:10. Therefore, behold, I will bring evil upon the house of Jeroboam, and will cut off from Jeroboam him that pissed against the wall, and him that is shut up and left in Israel, and will take away the remnant of the house of Jeroboam.
All of his remnant, read.
As a man taketh away dung, till it be all gone.
Till it be all gone. Read on.
Him that dieth of Jeroboam in the city, shall the dogs eat.
You don't even have a proper burial.
Shall the dogs eat.
Now, what did his children do? They're under his household, man. That says a lot, man. The Lord has saved a whole household through a man, and the Lord has killed a whole household, man. Says, shall the dogs eat. Those dogs, they gonna lick up all the blood, snapping the bones. You're not gonna have a proper burial. Read on.
And him that dieth in the field, shall the fowls of the air eat.
Right, all the vultures, the eagles, all the damn falcons, they're gonna devour you up. Read on.
For the Lord hath spoken it. Arise thou therefore, get thee thine own house, and when thy feet enter into the city, the child shall die.
The what?
The child shall die.
As soon as you enter back into the city, your child is going to die. I got one more precept. Genesis chapter 19 and verse number 14. Genesis chapter 19 and verse 14.
All right, the book of Genesis, chapter 19 and verse number 14. And Lot went out and spake unto his sons-in-law, which married his daughters, and said,
Right now, Lot's the man of the house. He's speaking to his sons-in-law. You know?
and said, Up, get ye out of this place, for the Lord will destroy the city.
Right, he getting his house in order. He getting his so-called daughters in order, his sons-in-law in order. He getting everybody in order. His wife, he getting everybody. That's how a man got to be on a spiritual level. Getting his household in order and being on fire. Read.
But he seemed as one that mocked unto his sons-in-law. And when the morning arose, then the angels hastened Lot, saying,
Right, they hastened Lot. They didn't come to the wife. They didn't come to the children. The angels are going to come to the men. The word of the Lord is going to come to the men. Read.
saying, Arise, take thy wife and thy two daughters, which are here, lest thou be consumed.
Right, the angel didn't come to the children. Angel didn't knock on the door, okay, it's time to go. Then he come to the wife, he came to the man. Now, if the man didn't direct his children or his wife, he would have left them. They would have got destroyed if they didn't follow the man. Read.
Lest thou be consumed in the iniquity of the city.
Read on.
And while he lingered,
Now, why was Lot lingering around, huh? It's time to make haste. The angel came down right now and said, this place is going to get destroyed. It was a damn stampede to the door, man. We getting the hell out of here. We're not lingering around. We got the cameras, all right. Everybody got a bottle of water. But we getting the hell out of here, man. That's how men got to make haste with their households. If you perceive your wife is out of order, your children, everything is rampant, you got to make haste and not linger around. Read on.
while he lingered, the men laid hold upon his hand, and upon the hand of his wife, and upon the hand of his two daughters. The Lord being merciful unto him, and they brought him forth and set him without the city.
Now, who was merciful? Who did the angel be merciful to? The Lord. Upon the man in his household. Read that again. Verse 16.
Genesis 19 and 16. And while he lingered, the men laid hold upon...
So while Lot is lingering, his household's lingering. His household didn't flee. No, they're going to follow Lot. So grace and mercy is going to follow in the household as a man also. Read on.
And upon the hand of his wife, and upon the hand of his two daughters.
So the Lord had mercy upon his household and took his wife and his children. Read.
And they brought him forth and set him without the city. And it came to pass, when they had brought them forth abroad, that he said, Escape for thy life. Look not behind thee, neither stay thou in all the plain. Escape to the mountain, lest thou be consumed.
No, on a deeper level, hey, look, sons-in-law would have been saved through him if they would have hearkened and listened. Going into all under that household could be redeemed and saved if you're on fire. You got it.
Go to Joel 2 and 28. To let me back, this is a precept from the brother Madami could actually, I'm about to get, but You know, that's very important, man, because you're going to be warned. Right? The Lord is pouring out his spirit among many people in these last days. Brothers be like, yo, I had a dream about you the other day. Yo, something crazy happened. I don't even want to tell you. You know, so you got to be mindful. The Lord speaks once, yea, twice, but man perceiveth it not. Right? Man, it's just a dream. It's whatever. But that could be the Lord putting it in a brother's spirit to correct you. Right? Show the vision of your end. Right? You got to bring that Bible, Sean.
Joel chapter 2 verse number 28. And it shall come to pass afterward that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, your old men shall dream dreams, your young men shall see visions.
So the Lord got people seeing visions, got people seeing dreams, got people seeing your demise, man. So you got to be mindful. If it's not a folly dream, like, yo, we was playing basketball, I threw you the hoop, and we put it through your legs twice, you know, don't pay those dreams no mind. Right. But if a brother come at you like, yo, I had a dream, you got into an accident, this and that, you got to be mindful. Let's go to 2 Kings chapter 20 and verse 1. So if you hear something like that, this is what you got to do. Right? You got to follow in this king's footsteps right here, man. This is very crucial if you hear things like that. Because that's the Lord giving you that final wake-up call. Right? You know, you got an alarm set for 8 o'clock, you hit the snooze. Right, you get that extra 8 minutes. You hit it again, you get that extra 7 minutes. Yeah, it's 8:30 now. Now you late to work. Right?
2 Kings chapter 20 and verse 1. In those days was Hezekiah sick unto death.
Right, so now he was sick unto death. It don't say exactly what it was, right, but he was about to die.
And the prophet Isaiah, the son of Amos, came to him and said unto him, Thus saith the Lord, set thine house in order.
Right, do what?
Set thine house in order.
Why?
For thou shalt die and not live.
And then what did he do?
Then he turned his face to the wall and prayed unto the Lord, saying,
No, he started going to get life insurance. What did he do?
Then he turned his face to the wall and prayed unto the Lord, saying, I beseech thee, O Lord, remember now how I have walked before thee in truth.
Man, if you hear a dream about somebody say, yo, you about to die, then another person come and say, yo, I had a dream, you got hit in the head with this, you was leaking and up. Man, you better face the wall, face towards the east and start praying immediately before the Lord come and take that spirit back, man. That's what we should be doing that anyway. But man, if you hear the same dream 2 or 3 times about your demise, you better follow in the footsteps of this king right here. You can finish that off and then you got a king.
Come. And with a perfect heart, and have done that which is good in thy sight, and Hezekiah wept sore.
So if you hearing things like that, the Lord poured out his spirit everywhere. He poured his spirit out on us. Right? This was like a puzzle reading this. He poured his spirit on you. So be mindful, man. The Lord is going to speak through men. Right? So like Proverbs 16 and 1. Bible show. Proverbs 16 and 1.
Proverbs chapter 16, right, and verse number 1. The preparations of the heart in man and the answer of the tongue is from the Lord.
So the Lord put it in brother's spirit to say exactly what you need to hear at that exact time, right? To get you in order, to get you ready, right? You don't need a long speech from a coach to get you ready to play the game if you was already hyped, right? So Proverbs 16 and 1. So if you hear that from 2 or 3 brothers, man, you better be on your P's and Q's and watchful and pray that the Lord don't take that spirit back.
Let's go to Sirach chapter 7 and 23.
Sirach chapter 7 and verse number 23. And it reads, Hast thou children? Instruct them.
Don't let them just do what they want to do.
Instruct them.
Let them play the video game all day.
Instruct them.
Right?
Right? Instruct them and bow down their neck from their youth.
If you're not instructing, give me Deuteronomy 11 and 18. If you're not instructing your children, that's a sin. That's not a light thing, man. Right? That's the law. You have to instruct your children. Right? A lot of brothers have children, man. I'll show of hands how many brothers have children, man. See that? That's almost 50% in the room, man. Go on. All right, go on.
Deuteronomy chapter 11 verse 18.
Right?
Therefore, shall ye lay up these my words in your heart and in your soul, and bind them for a sign upon your hand, that they may be as frontlets between your eyes.
Read.
And ye shall teach them your children.
That's a commandment, man. You have to teach your children. You can't be keeping the Passover. Your son's 15 saying, what's up with the lamb? Right? Is it Taco Tuesday night? And they don't even know it's Passover. You're in there putting on a garment and he's waiting on Taco Tuesday, man. Right? Your wife says, are we getting deep dish or what? Why you always eat lamb around this time? Right? Because it's Passover, man. Right. Keep putting that garment on always on the first month. Right? What's up with this, man? Hey, they should know what's going on, man. They should know it's Passover. They should know it's the Sabbath. They should know the dietary law. They should know the high holy days. Everybody should know what's going on, man. Right, go on.
Right? And it reads, it says, therefore shall ye lay up these words.
19.
So it's like verse 19. And ye shall teach them your children, speaking of them, when thou sittest in thine house.
Yeah, when you're sitting in the house, you might have your time with your children. You joke, you kind of laugh, and you're kicking it with your household. You understand? But you have to also make sure that spirit of WFI-WATCHMEN is always in your house, man. All right, all the time. Go on.
And when thou walkest by the way.
When you walk is by the way, man. Read.
When thou liest down.
Hey, y'all should be reading, man. Before y'all go to bed, throwing up prayers together, man. Go on.
And when thou risest up.
And when you get up, the first thing you should be doing is praying and getting into the word with your household, man. Right? You got fathers and sons. Hey, come on, son, let's smoke. And they out there smoking the blunt, man, when they get up in the morning. Go on. Somebody, you ain't know your old man got. No, brother, that's off, man. You know your old man got that. That's wicked. Right? Fathers and sons should be teaching their children the commandments. Yeah, man. That's saying, hey, your old man got that thing on him, man. Right? You know how your pops get down. Go on.
When thou sittest in thine house, and when thou walkest by the way, when thou liest down, and when thou risest up,
right?
And thou shalt write them upon the door posts of thine house.
Do you have to literally write the entire law on the doorpost of your house? What's that talking about? By show of hands.
Teach. It's talking about keeping your household in order.
Keeping your house in order. Right? The spirit of your house should be rooted within the law, statutes, and commandments. When I go into a brother's house, I went into the brother's house to we at the unity camp, man. Everything's in order. Perfect. You understand? Because the brother has the laws written in the doorpost of his house, man. I go to these brothers' houses, everything's in order, man. And righteous, because they have the laws written in the doorpost of your house. Right? If you go into a brother's house and there's a piece of damn bacon just hanging out, right? You couldn't hurt trying to get rid of it when you get in there. And, the son got a dress on, and the kids walking around, and they drawing on the wall, and the woman on the phone with the girlfriends, right? And they in there. That's out of order, man. Yeah, damn paraphernalia around and wickedness, man.
So and those who have kids know kids get messy, man. It's not
Right.
talking about, it's toys on the floor. It's talking about structure, man.
Right.
It's talking about structure, making sure everybody's on one accord. Right, your wife ain't calling on Yahushua,
Yeah.
or whatever they call. Y'all on one accord, man. Y'all speaking the same thing.
Yeah, you sitting there calling for the name of the Most High, and she's saying Jesus in the same, under her breath. Yahuwah. Yeah, I keep saying the Most High. His name is Jesus. She say Jesus, and you say, yeah, you right, baby. Yeah. It is Jesus. Because you want some dinner tonight, or whatever else she's trying to offer you, huh? You just going, yeah, it's Jesus. Brother, that's off, man. The Lord said you can't trim your ways to seek love either, man. So stop being a doormat, and what they say, stop being simple, man. Right? Now, go to Sirach 7-23. Read on.
Sirach.
Read 24.
Sirach to the 7, verse number 24. Hast thou daughters? Have a care of their body.
Right, if you have daughter, the Lord teach you how to deal with your son. Sirach the 30th chapter, many accounts, and how to deal with your daughter. Have a care over your daughter's body. She should have fringes on, a dress on. You can't be walking out the house and you are righteous, and your damn daughter got skinny jeans on, man, and leggings on. And you talking about, girl, you go, girl, you got it. Right, you gonna give them the day. That's wicked, man. Go on, you look just like your mother. That's an evil man. Go on.
Wow. Hast thou daughters? Have a care of their body,
right?
And shew not thyself cheerful toward them.
And that doesn't mean slap them around, man. A lot of brothers go in the house and you just mean mother, you sizing your daughter up, man. Yeah, that's off, man. Tell me what's up.
Daily slap.
Yeah, daily slapping. Son, what's up, man? Yeah, kind of mushing. Go sit down. What does it mean, show not yourself cheerful unto them? By show of hands. Any brother know what that means?
Don't play with them.
Don't play with them. Don't wink at their fathers. Don't let them do things and they then punch you in the face. You say, oh, you got a mean right hook on you, daughter. She's 17. Somehow you got a mean right hook on you, man. Right? No, brother. Correct your daughter, get them in order, man.
How you correct?
According to the law, statutes, and commandments. Right?
And spank they. I suspect they ass if they act up, man.
There you go.
Don't
man.
be afraid to do that.
Go to yeah, give me Proverbs 13 and 23, man. I want to put my son on timeout. And we don't do timeouts. Right. Did the Lord put us on? Y'all put your son's nose on the wall. Right? Put your nose on the wall for 30 seconds. Then you start feeling bad. My nose itches. Okay, all right, son. All right. Get the nose off the wall. I got to dust the wall off. Right? That's off, man. Just go. Why don't you go just in the room think about what you did? He's going to go in the room and play his damn Game Boy, man. Yeah, think about more evil, man.
Sneak out the damn window.
And a lot of these sons, man, they off, man. Especially Esau. Right? These Edomites, they'll go and put their son on timeout. And if their son come in with a baseball bat, and they'll kill their parents, man. A lot of these Edomites are wicked, man. This one account, the son, he was told he can't get a pet dog. Right? And his mother said, yo, go, damn, what's the Edomite name? Jimmy. She said, what? Bobby. Right? Right, Bobby or Jimmy, man. Why don't you just go in the room? Hey, Bobby came back with an aluminum baseball bat from the Little League. And he wasn't hitting a wiffle ball, man. He came in and kind of did some damage to his woman, man. Or his mother, man. Right? So you said what? Hit a home run. Hit a grand slam. Right? So you got to make sure your house is in order, man. Hey, the Lord can do that. Yeah. Now read Proverbs 13 and 23.
Proverbs chapter 13 and verse number 23. Much food is in the tillage of the poor, but there is that is destroyed for want of judgment. He that spareth his rod hated his son.
You see that? If you spare the rod, you hate your son. Right? Your son is just going off. He's damn drawing on the wall. You're reading the Bible, he's snatching the Bible. You can't read that today. Yeah, all right, okay, all right. I won't read today. No, man. You're supposed to, do what you got to do to your son in righteousness, man. You know? Hey, I used to get punched in my chest and all types of stuff, man. I'm sure you brothers got stories, man. Right? See, brother said, yeah, kind of like, you know? So you can't spare the rod of your son. Go on. Read that again.
Come. Proverbs 13 and 24. He that spareth his rod hated his son.
Did the Lord spare the rod on us? Hell no. We still here. We still in captivity, man. We still in bondage. And that's how you learn the discipline between the father and the son, between the Most High and Yahushua. Between the wife and her husband, that's Yahushua in the church. You understand? So you have these examples set up by Yahushua for a father and a son, houses being in order, marriages. You have the perfect examples from Yahushua. You don't have to go to Dr. Phil or Steve Harvey, man. Or go to these nasty therapists who give you marriage counsels for $300 a session, man. And they say, all right, time's up, right? And then they just get your money, man. Right. Go to, real quick, I got one more, real quick. I got one after. Go to 1 Chronicles 25. I believe that's what I want, 25 and 1. Right? Because when you have a household, there should be structure. King David was over the house of the Lord. He set up divisions of priests. He set up singing men. He set up singing women. Things were on a schedule for offerings. Everything was done in order. Right? Go to 1 Chronicles 20. I want 23. Salaki, go to 23 and 1.
1 Chronicles 23 and verse 1. So when David was old and full of days, he made Solomon his son king over Israel.
Right?
And he gathered together all the princes of Israel with the priests and the Levites.
Right?
Now the Levites were numbered from the age of 30 years and upward, and their number by their posts, man by man, was 38,000.
He was, and 38,000 people he was over, and he had them all in order. Brother, he got one son, right, and one wife. I don't know what to do, right? He had 38,000 men, and he had to put them all in order. Read on.
of which 20 and 4,000 were to set forward the work of the house of the Lord,
Right?
and 6,000 were officers and judges.
Hey, that takes a cerebral mind to do that, man. A wise man. To divvy out 38,000 men. Okay, I want 6,000 doing this, right? 2,000 can't be enough. We need 6,000 here. We need 10,000 here. And things are in order, man. That's the point of the matter. Read on.
Moreover, 4,000 were porters,
4,000 were porters.
and 4,000 praised the Lord.
And what?
And 4,000 praised the
And
Lord.
you have 4,000. Look, y'all gonna praise the Lord.
Right.
Everybody, look, because we got to get things done in order. Everybody can't just sit around and praise the Lord, because stuff got to get done. You 4,000, y'all gonna praise the Lord. Read.
With instruments which I made, said David,
And David made instruments so they could praise the Lord. Huh? Read.
to praise therewith, and David divided them into courses among the sons of Levi.
And David did what?
And David divided them into courses among the sons of Levi.
Read that one more time.
And David divided them into courses among the sons of Levi.
See that? David divided them. He put them in order, man. So everything should have a structure. Everything should have a schedule. Your wife should have a schedule. You understand when it comes to reading? Can you, Salakia? Read it one more time.
Come. First Chronicles, right? Chapter 23 and verse number 6. And David divided them into courses among the sons of Levi, namely Gershom, Kohath, and Merari.
You see that? So things should be done in order, man. Your family should have a time when y'all pray, right? Family should have a time when y'all reading together. Maybe you have a day throughout the week where everybody knows, okay, we're fasting today. Right? Okay, look, it's Wednesday. Look, we know we're fasting. There's no question. Everybody knows what's being done because you lay it down and set it in order, man. Come?
Come. We get Deuteronomy chapter 21 and verse 18. We gotta jump into the law, man. What would happen if your son is out of order in the ancient world? Bring it up.
Deuteronomy chapter 21 and verse 18. If a man have a stubborn and rebellious son,
Right, he just want to do whatever he want to do. He hanging out the bus stop all night. He smoking weed. He shooting dice. He got his pants hanging off his damn ass, man. Read on.
which will not obey the voice of his father or the voice of his mother, and that when they have chastened him,
And they make you may chasten your kid, man. You may punch him in the damn chest. You may beat him with the rod. A lot of kids, they'll stuff magazines, man. If their parents don't make them take down their damn pants. They stuff magazines on, man. When I was a kid, my older cousins, they used to put on 1,000 thermals, right, and get ready for war. They was like, all right, bro. Turn around with 1,000 thermals on, man. Read on.
which will not obey the voice of his father or the voice of his mother, and that when they have chastened him will not hearken unto them.
He's still rebellious after he get damn chastened, man. Now that's us. A lot of us, man, we in the world, we get chastened by the Lord, right? He have all these judgments upon us, and people still want to damn eat pork. They still want to do shrimp, crab, and lobster and be a nigga, man. Just they need to be put to death. They're not going to change their ways. Read.
Then shall his father and his mother lay hold on
What
him.
does that mean, lay hold on him? Just grab him up nicely. Fold his collar in because it was sticking out. What does it mean when your damn father grab and lay hold on you, man? Snatch you up, man. My father lay hold on me a couple times, man. Jack me up. I'm sitting up there like this. Right? It has to happen, son. You understand? We don't?
And bring him out unto the elders of his city.
Now you got to keep all this in context. This son is stubborn. So I'm led to believe he was fighting his father off, man. If you stubborn and you don't want to go somewhere or don't want to listen, he has to fight his son to drag him out. This is a scene. Read on.
And unto the gate of his place. And they
Right, and the gate is where all of the elders of the city reside. So we bringing them before the principal men. Read on.
and they shall say unto the elders of his city, this our son is stubborn.
Right, like bring him before trial. When you get locked up, you bring him before the judges, man. Right, you down out of order, you're trespassing. Then you got the criminal just sitting there like, yeah, it is what it is. They don't even care, man. A lot of people want to get locked up. They don't want to repent. They don't care. Throw away the key. They feign themselves to be mad. This is a lot of wicked children, man. Now they know they're about to get put to death because they know the law and they're still stubborn unto death. Read on.
This our son is stubborn and rebellious. He will not obey our voice. He is a glutton.
Right, eating up all the food. Right,
And
all of the daggone chips is gone. Right. The leftovers is gone. He's burping. He's sneaking in your room, and he's damn 25 years old, man. And mama don't want to put him out in the streets, cause where is her baby going to live, man? Right, read on.
He is a glutton and a drunkard.
And a what?
And a drunkard.
Right, he's a wino, man. Got bottles all in there. He's collecting all of the wines, man. He got the Pineur, the Merlot, the white wine. He's collecting all of them in his room. You said what?
Hennessy.
Damn Remy bottles.
Even a cheap look at the bottom.
The cheap liquor, yeah. Building a damn house of liquor, man. Right, get some glue, and he built his own fashion house, man. Good.
Damn, video game CDs all on the floor and the wrong cases all on the floor, man.
Right. And he telling his mom to knock before you come downstairs. Right? Read on.
It said, this our son is stubborn and rebellious. He will not obey our voice.
Right.
He's a glutton and a drunkard. And all the men of his city shall stone him with stones.
They're going to do what?
Shall stone him with stones. That he died.
Now, when you get stoned with stones, man, hey, that's a gruesome death, man. They wasn't picking up little teeny stones and throwing them real politely, man. Hey, the men of the city, they got off on that because they were keeping the commandments. If the Lord told us to stone somebody, we gonna do it, man. I don't give a damn who you are, man. Lord forbid, it is with it, my brother, my mother, my father. If the Lord told us to do something, we gonna do it, man. They picking up these stones and they bashing his head in, man. Read on.
So shalt thou put evil away from among you, and all Israel shall hear and fear.
And that's the point. All Israel has to hear and fear.
And with that, Kwame Yasha!
Kwame Yasha!
Kwame Yasha!
Kwame Yasha!
Kwame Yasha!
Kwame Yasha!
Y'all got any announcements?
Brothers and sisters, if y'all don't know where we
Shemai!
if y'all don't know where we park at, to where we're going to Woodford Park. If y'all know where we park at, you got Brother right here, raise your hand, Brother Smyrna, and a couple more, Brother Quante, who and Yacon, who actually know where we park. We're gonna park in the underground park. And you know where we park. Yeah, that's where we're gonna park at. And we don't have a physical address to it, but if you can, you know what I'm saying, we can actually, get over there and get with the brothers or the sisters and kind of get in line with it. You know what I'm saying?
Send the location.
Okay, send the location. But see, what we're gonna do is when we get done with this evening, we're gonna come back.
Shema.
We're gonna delegate a few brothers to come back a little bit early and set things up. You know what I'm saying, in the peace room, and apply help to the sisters of what they got going on. You know, anybody got any questions?
All right, so we're gonna head to the camp spot. We're gonna hold camp both sides Woodland to around 6:30, give or take, depending on how the spirit go. We're gonna have a schedule for readers and teachers and keep brothers in rotation. And we're gonna seal the elect most side Woodland. Come! Let's do it.
We need you to help me out, man.
Oh yeah, spirit, yeah. Spirit.
Give me the phone.
All praise.
All right, let's back up.